Playoffs?
They continue, guys.
The division rounds.
What did I tell you, Dre? That was the best week of football of the year.
It was. I mean, it started from day one, too. Like,
yeah,
the
right
first
away.
game was just, very, very great. And then you had that Green Bay-Chicago game Saturday night that was
if you stayed up,
splendid.
If you stayed up, I fell asleep during it.
Did you?
Yeah, I was trying to fight it too. I'm like, oh, the Bears are coming back.
Dude, I slept too. I slept later on so that I wouldn't be, sleepy during those late games. Because you know how the work week is.
Yeah.
You go to bed at a certain time, so you got to get ready for these games during the weekend. I was ready.
We are here again, ready to roll. 7 games left in the NFL season. We are on to the divisional round, giving our best bets. This is the Fumbling the Bag podcast with Rich and Dre. I mean, if you listened last week, congrats. You got a 1-0 pick from me with the Bills. You lost one with Dre.
That Philly game, man, it just really, really hurt me. But
yeah.
I did go 4-2 for the rest of the games. I just picked the wrong one.
I was 3-3. I have to ask, are you happy about Philly being out of the playoffs? Because I guess I have to take that as my consolation prize. Ha-ha.
I mean, yes and no. I just think that if Philly had played up to par, they'd have been more competitive probably than any other team that we have left in the NFC, give or take. But, you like to see the best teams in it, and I guess they wasn't one of the best teams.
Nope, the Niners. I guess the Niners are cream of the crop again. If they had, not lost George Kittle this last week,
yes,
they might not be 7.5-point dogs, but we will get there. I'm going to give a little insight as well because now we get our friends in Denver and Seattle joining the party.
Yes.
Big
Mystery
thing.
Man went 3-2, by the way. I'm sorry.
3-3?
3-2.
3-2. Oh.
Yeah.
He didn't pick a game.
Yeah, one game he didn't pick. I think it might have been the Philly game or the Pittsburgh game.
Pittsburgh, yeah. So 1 seeds are back. It hasn't been a gimme.
No.
In the past, teams won at like a 70% clip, 75% clip, going back like 30 years. Because the playoff format was different then. It used to be 4 teams, and it was 6 teams.
Right.
All sorts of things. But, yeah, 1 seed since 2020 changes where we added a 7th team. They are 12-8.
Ooh.
So last year the Lions lost as a 1 seed. The Chiefs end up going to the Super Bowl as a 1 seed. A couple years ago you had Kansas City and Philly get in to the Super Bowl as 1 seeds. But it's not a given.
It's not a given. It's not a guarantee at all. It's
like a
sort of up in the air,
50-50.
almost 50-50, man.
Yeah.
But now it just all depends on the matchup, I think. Because even with the Detroit-Washington game, I felt like even though there's a lot of turnovers that Detroit made, I still might have been a bad matchup for them because you had the running quarterback. It was a lot of things going on.
700 injuries to the team.
And all the injuries, yes.
I mean, it happens.
It
teams do go in banged up, blow a game. I believe the Tennessee Titans, the year Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl in 21.
Yeah.
They were 1 seed running to Joe Burrow. They sacked Joe Burrow 9 times in that game, and if you remember, they choked. Tannehill choked it through 3 picks in the game, so it's not a gimme at all.
No,
but
it's not, and that's why these games are fun to watch because you really don't know who's going to win.
And it brings me to my next point because you kind of seen in college football. Are these bye weeks potentially a bad thing? Because you go to college football, you see these teams that play the week before.
Yeah.
The last 2 years, the teams who got the home field advantage in the bye 1-7.
I mean, it potentially could be. I think it's pros and cons to it because, the pros, you can get healthier, maybe bring some guys back. You can kind of, rest your body, you know what I mean? Focus on what you need to do, before game time. You have more time for that. But the cons, you're out of it. You haven't played in a couple weeks, so you're not going to play you may not be as ready.
Yeah, game planning, like over game planning, things like that can happen as well. You could have a freak injury in practice. Who knows? Like things can,
That's true.
It's time is a weird construct and waiting to play, especially in big games.
Big games.
I'm sure, like you said, it probably gets guys a little more anxious. Yeah, you want to be out there, you want to be flying around, but maybe your injury potential's higher. Or
Now, what would you prefer as a coach, as a head coach?
2 seed.
The 2 seed, okay.
2 seed. Let me play through it the whole way through. If I run
Okay.
into a 1 in the AFC
So
or
a
NFC title game, cool.
a lesser team that you'd be playing, so you wouldn't be as concerned.
Yeah.
For the 2 seed, okay.
Because
That
you
makes
could
sense.
run into a team that's hot. There's only one 7 seed I seen that's ever won. That might be an old article, but it was Green Bay against the Cowboys a few years ago. They were like 1-9 since then, but I think that article was a few years old. So
Against the dreaded Cowboys, it can only happen to the Cowboys.
yeah,
right?
seriously. But
I'm just playing fans. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we got a
fuck
lot
the
of Cowboy
Cowboys
fans.
too. But we will.
I don't like them either, though.
We will drive along O.J. Simpson style in a
And the
Bronco
and the white Bronco.
to our divisional picks. We are going to highlight an order of the games. We will go to Saturday, where the Buffalo Bills go out to Denver, go and play the Broncos off that rest. I'm going to call it as a pick 'em. You can take 1.5 or give 1.5. The line is just going to go back and forth.
Yeah. You know, that OJ reference makes sense now because he did play for Buffalo.
Yeah,
You know,
played for the Bills.
and the Bronco hook
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
They play in Denver.
They
Good
play in
stuff.
Denver.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yeah. But I just going to lock him in again. One team has the best player on the planet. It's Josh Allen. We do lose Gabe Davis to some knee hunting last week. That's cool. We don't have a receiver room anyway. We're throwing to Brandon Cooks. Cool. Don't matter. Number 1 rush offense. Had to play the number 1 rush defense last week. Now they got to go play the number 2 rushing defense off a bye on the road.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Well, yeah. Denver is first in the league in rushing. I think they allow 159 point. I'm sorry. They do 159.6 yards per game. They lead in rushing. They stop the rush really well. I think they're only allowing like 91 rushing yards per game.
It's like under 100.
Yeah. So I think in this game, I think time of possession is going to be important. Who can control the ball? Because you don't want Josh Allen on that field all the time. You don't want him winning time possession or the game is over. So for Denver, I think time of possession is very, very important.
I think special teams will come down to it. I think they're 2 evenly matched teams as well. And you kind of seen it in that Jacksonville game. A miffed kick return by Davis gives the Jaguars 7.
Yeah.
You know, miss Cam Little field goal, even though he should have never had a chance to take that attempt. Misses 3 on the board. Matt Prater made his, PATs. He made his 1 or 2 field goals. 2 field goals.
Yeah.
They were fine. What's interesting, too, is the just depth of the O-line and the D-line on Denver. Like, I have to give props. Like, even last week, I'll give my props to Jacksonville. That's a good team.
Oh, yeah.
The Bills beat a good team in a banger game. That was one of the best games of the weekend.
It really was, man. I was very, very interested in that game, man.
But what scares me, I guess, if you are a Bills backer this week, which is me, this is the team that's set basically a league record for sacks, and they also don't let teams get to Bo Nix. They are also number 1 in sacks allowed.
They protect their quarterback. What gets me about Denver, too, is they have a very good pass rush.
Yep.
So their defense is solid all the way through. But I still always say I think that X factor is always going to be Josh Allen. And how he
it all
plays.
goes to him.
It comes back to him. I can't say the same for Bo Nix. I think Bo could very well manage the game and not turn the ball over, and he could win. But I don't think he could win the game per se for himself. He's still a little shaky to me. One thing about him, though, also is that he's very elusive, and he will run on you too. So that's something that and that's part of their
Bills are and that's
yards.
the other thing. Bills could get ran all over again. Teams that's 11th, I believe, in pass defense. However, I think people overlook that because of all the rushing yards.
Yeah,
I think it's time and place, game management too. It's like, I let that guy get a 25-yard rush. Guess what? Next 3 times I stuffed him. Okay, he still averaged 6 yards a carry. Cool. Time and place, I think it's they look at the number arbitrarily as just the number, like, oh, that's a lot of yards a rush game, but they don't look at the circumstances in which they got there, which is just giving up huge chunks.
Huge chunks, yeah. Well, the Bills have a good passing defense. Now I know Denver doesn't really pass the ball like that. But I mean, they're going to force Denver into running the ball, and then they're going to just try to stop the run.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all they can really do.
And I think Sean Payton is a decent play caller. I just think I'm going to see a lot of those, like, single back looks where it's just, run counter left. We're gonna. I think we're gonna see run pass a lot.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of short passes.
Kind of that weird RPO shit I've seen teams running that Sean Payton likes to run too.
Right, exactly. I don't think he's gonna put Bo Nix in a position to lose the game for them.
Yeah.
And I'm not. And Bo Nix is a very good quarterback, but he's not. I don't think he's top 10 as of yet. Maybe
he's about 11th. He's right there.
He's right there.
He's there.
So I mean, and with these younger players. Quarterbacks especially, this is the playoffs. I mean, this is a divisional round, so this is very, very, very important.
Yeah.
So a lot of pressure is going to be on these younger quarterbacks. How they handle it is where the team goes. I think.
I agree. 12-8
Josh
again.
A lot of experience.
Yeah, he has the most.
I'm going. And I went back and forth with this, but I'm going Buffalo. And I got it at plus 0.5.
Yeah, I'm just going to call my lock on money line. It's like minus 104 was the best number I've seen.
Okay.
So if you can get like an even, cool. It's a pick 'em essentially.
It's a pick 'em.
If I wanted the 1.5, I'm paying maybe $1.25, $1.20, which is fine too if you really want insurance. I just think the Bills are going to win this game.
I think, quickly, the reason I think they're going to win is because of Josh.
Yeah.
Josh Allen.
The GOAT.
The GOAT. I also think the more experience.
First
Buffalo has
QB in history. Did you know that? I don't know if you've seen the meme. It just like it's cut off and it's Josh Allen, first QB in history.
That's all it says?
That's all it says.
I'm waiting on two because he got a lot of records.
He set a record last week for most like rushing touchdowns and passing touchdowns in a game or something. Like he set another one. He sets it every week, and everyone's like, he's a goal line merchant. Well, he ran a QB sneak for 10 yards at the fucking 11.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want?
Hey. Well, another thing too, James Cook has got to play.
Oh, he's got to play better. That line's
better,
got to play better too, though, and it's just another challenge.
Yeah.
But 15 carries for 46 yards, not good look.
The mystery man also took Buffalo. No, he got it at plus 1.5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That number is probably going to hang out all week. I think you're going to see kind of the same thing happen again where more and more people will be like, I can't bet against the 1 seed for the week. Even though all the talking heads, I mean, I'd say 70% of talking heads last week took Jacksonville, and I get it. It's just they don't believe. They don't believe in Josh Allen.
Who would not believe in that guy?
Every player I watch football, I've never seen anything like that guy.
That's what I'm saying, man. Now, he's had his run-ins with other quarterbacks. Mahomes, he has. But, I think football is a team sport. But your quarterback has to be on point in the NFL in order for you, most of the time. In order for you to
defense can't give up 32 in playoff games when your QB's putting up 300 yards himself. That's kind of what it comes down to. Is they never back the defense isn't.
I think their defense is pretty stout too. But
they've had good ones, but they've usually been the reason they lose. But I think that passing defense is one of the strongest units I've seen in a while.
It is.
I'm fine with the big chunk rushes.
Yeah, bend but don't break.
Yeah, basically. Because it's just like, okay, I'm good with you throwing at Taron Johnson. Hopefully Maxwell Harrison comes back this week because, a little thin. Cole Bishop.
Oh, yeah.
Played good. You're going to have no Jordan Poyer this week, so it's probably Hancock out there. I think it's Jordan Hancock as well. He had 6 tackles in that game as well. He did step up. They were targeting at him.
Your boy Kincaid played.
He had 2 catches.
You said he wasn't going to play. There you go. I'm going to play another one.
Keon had 1 catch for 39 yards. I was happy to see it.
I mean, anytime, and that's one point. And I'm not saying that their receivers suck. But they're not as good as some of these other receivers out here. And Josh just keeps doing what he do. You know what I mean? Keeps winning, keeps making plays. So there
go
you
Bills.
have it. Go Bills.
Go Bills. We will stop making a glaze fest. We will go into San Francisco, Seattle. Okay, San Francisco going on the road, Kittleless, possibly cursed from an electrical substation. They get to go play their 1 seed opponent of the NFC, the Seattle Seahawks. They are 7.5-point dogs on the road to the Hawks. Looks like a lot of points. Andre watched me the last 20 minutes flip and flop. I was going to take San Francisco.
Yeah.
Something's just telling me they want you to take San Francisco. It's like last week. They were begging me to take the Panthers. And I took them. But sometimes they do that on purpose.
Okay.
They're going to put a line out there that's just like, how could San Francisco lose? They just beat the Eagles on the road.
They be up to their tricks. You know, they do stuff like that all the time, too, man.
So,
and they get people when they do it.
Betting arbitrary numbers is a little different than betting money line. I'm going to go with Seattle, man. I don't know what it is. They're healthy. They split the season matchup, even though, it was game 1 of the year. In game 18, they played each other. In game 18, they looked a lot better. So are we going to see a rematch kind of that? Because what was the final score, 17-3?
Yes.
Or 14-3? It was one of those. It was low.
It was really low scoring game. This is a hard one because it's a divisional game for sure. I mean, and they split. So, but what I'm leaning towards is just the injuries, man. Gosh, man, Brock Purdy was hurt. George Kittle got hurt.
Gone. Dead.
Gone. Fred Warner hurt.
Dead.
Bosa. Nick
Dead.
Bosa gone.
Dead.
Was the receiver that was supposed to come
Ricky
back.
Pearsall.
Ricky Pearsall's hurt.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even talking about him. I was talking
Brandon
about
Ayuk.
Yeah.
He's an afterthought. He's gone.
I forgot about Ricky Pearsall. I mean, who are they going to go to? I mean, Brock Purdy, now true indeed, he made plays against Philly, but I felt like Philly wasn't Philly also offensively. And whoever thought that was.
I thought they
still
got
lost
out
the game.
schemed. It was a masterclass.
They got out schemed, yeah.
Like Saleh and Shanahan are a deadly coaching duo.
I wish Detroit could have got Saleh as their defensive coordinator when he was out there.
Yeah, I agree. He went out there for long because it was
wasn't.
literally like a week or two, and he was like, "Hey, you can come back to the Niners. You're pretty cool with me."
Masterful scheme. And you're right. I think they did definitely out scheme Philly. Philly could have did some other things too, though. But they did out scheme them.
Yeah, you think Patullo gets fired? The fans are mad, and them Philly boys get what they want usually.
They're pretty
Little
pissed.
crybabies.
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't. Yeah, I think he does deserve to get fired. Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Coordinator, sure.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your outlook on this game? You thinking too many points? Like I
think it's
initially
too many
did.
points.
Yeah,
7.5.
This is just one I would avoid. Like I just couldn't bet a game like this.
Even with the injuries, I mean, you still got to deal with the turnovers.
Yeah.
Now we know about the redhead and how he can turn the ball over at times.
He's never been clutch in the playoffs ever. His one playoff
Yes.
win was against a Giants team, I believe, when they lucked into 13 wins.
Yeah. So even if they outplay San Fran, I see a turnover or two keeping the game close. But with that being said, I think Seattle should be able to run all over them. They should be able to run all over them. They should be able to stop them defensively.
That's what, I think scares me because both teams can run the ball fairly well. That's why I think it could be potential barn burner where it's like 14, 13 final. Like I could see an easy cover, but something tells me Seattle is going to be playing with a little more chip on their shoulder. Like, hey, we just beat these guys 3 weeks ago now.
I think, and don't underestimate San Fran because Shanahan will probably have something under his sleeve to keep this game close.
As he should.
Yes. So, but I'm taking San Fran at plus 7.5.
Fair enough.
I gotta do it.
I get it. Road team has covered in last 6 of 7 between these two, so we will move on.
And by the way, the mystery man has San Fran at plus 7.5 as well.
Beautiful. We will move on to Sunday, where the 2 seeds play at home. We'll start with the first matchup. We got New England hosting Houston with another rest disadvantage. So Houston, talking to you right now, rest up as much as you can. You're probably going to be without Nico, but they might also be without Christian Gonzalez, also in concussion protocol. So that's just going to take those two who are going to, shadow each other out the game.
True indeed.
So what happens now?
Man, this is my lock, man. I just think that defensive line of Houston is just ridiculous, man. They weren't even. I don't even believe they blitzed all that much last night.
They throw 4. Yeah.
They just went to 4 and they was getting at Rodgers. Now I know Rodgers is not as quick of foot, So he was getting himself into different situations where he couldn't get out of because he wasn't fleet-footed. He couldn't even move. Sort of like our boy Goff.
Yeah, yeah. Golf against this team would be a disaster.
I
They'd lose by
know.
30.
So, with that being said, Drake Mays can move. He can get out of certain types of situations. However, Drake Mays is very, very young rookie. New England can run the ball, though. I did see that. And I did see semblances of certain plays that Drake was making that the regular rookies couldn't make.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, though, I'm taking Houston. Houston's defense is just...
Hey, I don't disagree. I think Danico Autry, Will Anderson, and Daniil Hunter are the best, 3 or 4 in the NFL.
And don't underestimate their secondary, too. Their secondary was making plays.
And it's also like Drake May is going to get second in MVP, if not winning the MVP. That's the other crazy part. It's like we can't just sit here and be like, some of these rookies do go out and perform very well. I mean, Jaden Daniels went to a conference championship game his first year, beating the Bucks and the Lions.
Yeah.
He got his ass kicked by Philly, but he don't play defense. He didn't allow 50 points.
Right.
C.J. Stroud as well. People, this is his third time around now. He beat the Chargers and lost to the Chiefs in a close one.
He cannot turn that ball over, though. We had a conversation about how he was neglecting to protect the ball.
Yep.
In the game. And I'm like, dude, just either, go down, eat the play, or just throw it out of bounds.
Yep.
But get yourself out of harm's way. And I'm kind of nervous about that. However, I think they have a very unique running game. They didn't really run the ball like that this year.
No.
But for some reason, in that game, they were running the ball.
What scares me with New England, too, is their defensive line's a little underrated. And people aren't talking about, Milton Williams as a big signing. Like, he was a big signing. He just won a Super Bowl with the Eagles. 4 years, gets his $90 million, and people are like, who is this guy? And it's like, well, you don't watch ball.
Right. You should know who that is,
he's going to fill gaps up, and that's why I'm also taking Houston +3. I think they have a great chance to win this game, and honestly... I think it's going to be, a 5 and a 6 seed going to the AFC title game, as crazy as that sounds. Like, I'm sitting here looking at this bracket. I'm like, I really am going to go here? Okay.
I mean,
when it's a 1-2, I can't cry because it's like, well, obviously it's going to be the 1 and the 2 advancing.
Well, also, you guys might want to look at the under in this Houston-New England game. It's at 41 right now. But I think it goes under. I think Houston's not giving a lot of stuff up. And New England has a very solid defense too.
Yeah.
So, and plus, with Nico not being there, maybe
gonna be game planning too. Like, they're both gonna be hesitant to be airing the ball out 35+ times, I believe. Unless you're behind early and often, you're not gonna be throwing like that. It's gonna be these games do come to run first teams, and I'll take Houston.
That's
weird as that is.
And Mystery Man has New England at -3.
All right, he's against us somewhere. Sounds about right. Final game of the weekend. Me and Andre have Monday off. We're so thankful.
Can enjoy this game.
So I'm gonna shout out MLK first for my freedoms.
Shout out to MLK, man.
For Andre's freedoms.
Yes, man. That's a hell of a man. Anybody that can sacrifice their whole life for people that hate or love you.
He got killed by the FBI, by the way. It is confirmed.
He did. Yes, he did get killed by the FBI. And his family took it to court, a civil suit. I don't know how much money they won, but they proved also that the FBI was involved in this.
Yeah, not great. So it shows you the history of our country. So shout out to him, one of the GOATs.
Yes.
Did something real right. We'll go to Chicago where... the Bears are hosting the Rams. Rams 3.5-point favorites on the road right now. And I think they're thinking the same thing we all are, is that Bears got away with one last week, man. They got away with one.
They did. I mean, well, they're a second-half team, though. I mean, we expected them to come back after that 21 to what, 3?
Yeah, halftime. It should have been 24. He should have made the field goal. Again, this is why special teams mean so much. You're up 18 points thinking, I won't, but it came back to haunt you because if you could kick the field goal at the end of the game, win, 33-30.
It always rears its head, when you least expect it. Special teams is very, very important, and it's special. That's why you need it.
People that are like, no more kicking in football. Stop watching football.
Yeah, it's
part of the
game.
It's not for you.
I love it too, man.
Yeah, I
You
love
know,
it. It's one of my favorite
What's your
aspects of the
teams? Yeah.
games. Like, guys getting killed out there.
you know. So let me give you a little tidbit
Let's
about
go.
the history of this LA Rams Chicago Bears thing in the playoffs specifically. The last time they played in the playoffs was 1986 during
St.
the Chicago
Louis.
Bears run.
So
The
St.
Super
Louis
Bowl
Rams.
No, they were LA.
They were LA then?
They
Oh,
were
I
LA
didn't know
then.
that. So they went
Yep.
from LA to St. Louis back
and
to LA?
back to LA.
Oh,
That's crazy,
shit.
right?
Too
So,
old to know that.
You know, that last time that they played, the Rams had Eric Dickerson.
Yeah.
He was the
Yeah.
beast.
Yeah.
I think James Robinson was their coach. He was a former USC coach back in the day. But Chicago had the Walter Payton, Wilbur Marshall, you name it, Dave Durison. They just a plethora of players. Refrigerator Perry. They ended up beating the Rams 24-0 in that NFC. It was an NFC Championship game too.
Is
to
that
go
the
to
one where
Super Bowl.
Walter Payton doesn't score?
No, that was a Super Bowl.
That was Super Bowl, okay.
Yeah.
Because I know they beat the shit out of a team in the Super Bowl, and Walter Payton didn't score, and he was
Yeah.
like, he forever was mad about it.
Oh yeah, 46-10 against New England.
New
by
England,
the way.
yeah, because Perry had, I think Perry had 3 touchdowns in that game or something.
Yeah, they gave him all the and I was happy about that, but I felt like Sweetness deserved the TD.
He should have, yeah.
He should have got one, but he wanted the ring. Just give me the
Got the ring.
Yeah, give me the ring. But that was the last time that they played in the playoffs.
Yeah, Bears haven't won a playoff game since last week in 15 years. The same amount of time as the Jets.
That's crazy.
Ain't
man.
that crazy?
So anything is possible.
Yeah, anything. Everything's on the table.
Yes. What do you think about this game?
Bears defense a little banged up after last week. Losing Edwards is never ideal.
Right.
I like the Rams here. I have to like the Rams. Hopefully every ref forgot about the Puka comments. I was telling Andre here,
Give
this
him
is my
some calls.
I think the most egregious Puka claim wasn't the refs or the doing this. I'd probably get in trouble for that or whatever now, but no, my favorite thing was he disregarded concussions and said, concussions are not real. You just gotta not think about it.
That's asinine, man. Where did they get that from? It came from in here.
Yeah, it came from up there where it's pretty empty.
I know.
So he wasn't thinking about it.
I not called it this a
Yeah.
hollow sound. Oh my goodness, man.
But yeah, I
like Nakua though.
I like Nakua. I think he's wonderful. He had 1,700 yards this year. What do you want? Rams defense, I think, gets there. I think I've been telling you all year they've won the best front sevens. Braden Fisk, Jared Verse, Kobe Turner's turned it on. Byron Young's turned it on lately. I think he leads the team in sacks. Shit. And even, I watched Cam Curl, Washington legend, left hand up. He was getting fried last week, but they won the game. It's cool.
They won, yes. Yeah.
So, yeah, I love Ben Johnson's play calling. I hate him as a human. Dog is covered in last 7 Rams postseason games, so that scares me a little bit. But these streaks are meant to be broken. These are arbitrary numbers we're talking about over a plethora of years, Have the Rams been in the playoffs 7 years in a row? Probably not. I think this is over 10-year data, And Stafford wasn't the QB then. It was probably Jared Goff,
Yes.
So
Yeah.
those stats don't mean anything. If you want a quick bet, watch the Bears get out to a fucking 7-0 lead. Bet Devin Duvernay first touchdown score 75-1 off a kickoff return.
Okay. For me, I'm taking the Bears at +4.
Yeah.
The reason I like this particular number is because it's going to be cold as hell out here.
Yeah.
Lower
I get it.
teens, single digits, could possibly be windy, maybe some snow flurries.
Yep.
I think that works in Chicago's favor. I think that also Stafford, he has his hand is messed up. Index finger really is messed up, and we don't know how well or good he's going to perform. The thing about the Bears is they force turnovers also. Stafford easily turns that ball over. And Kyron Williams, their running back, can easily turn that ball over too. I think I'm not saying Chicago's going to win this game, but I think it'll be a closer game than people anticipated.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game. Hence 3.5 being a terrifying number. I just see the Rams on the other side of it. 27-21, 27-23.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Do you think this is going to be a high-scoring game? Because I know the over/under is at 50. Yep. It possibly could be.
Yeah, I would take the over. That's fine.
Now, let me tell you a little bit about Caleb, too, though. Caleb has thrown for 3,942 yards this year.
Still no 4,000-yard fucking Bears passer. Sorry, guys.
Not yet, but that's
Close.
probably next year.
Yeah, he should be.
27 touchdowns, 7 INTs, a 90.1 passer rating for the year. Okay, so and he's rushed for 388 yards with 3 rushing touchdowns. The guy is, I mean, I don't know what Ben Johnson sprayed some angel dust on him or something.
No, he's legit. Yeah, he's legit.
But he's performing, and I'm noticing that. Okay, he does perform better second half.
Yeah.
Okay, when the pressure is really on. So I don't know, man. This is going to be a better game than people anticipate. I think it's going to be a 3.5 point game.
Yeah, I agree. And that's why the only lock of the week, Buffalo Bills. That's all I got for you guys.
All right. Oh, yeah. The mystery
Mr.
man took the Rams at -3.5.
And what was your lock pick of the week?
My lock pick is
Houston?
going to be Houston. Let's go.
Thank you for watching. If you watch this far, please like, subscribe to the channel.
Yes.
We will be back next week for AFC, NFC championship game. And then after that, a couple weeks of Super Bowl stuff. Then after that, probably a little break into free agency.
Oh, yeah. Quick thing. IU wins 30-15
Yep.
against my University of Miami.
Yep. Go IU.
Let's go, Hoosiers.
Woo!